So today, we're going to talk about a really big change in the world of project management. We're diving into the PMBOK Guide's 7th edition. And look, this isn't just some small tweak. It's a complete shift in how we're supposed to think about and actually run our projects.
But first, I've got a question for you. When I say the words project management, what pops into your head? Seriously, what's the first image you see?
Yeah, I'm guessing for a lot of you, it's something like this, right? A whole world of strict rules, crazy detailed Gantt charts, and that constant pressure from budgets and deadlines. It's all about constraints and processes.
But what if all that stuff, the charts, the tasks, the timelines, what if that's just the machinery, not the real mission? What if the true point of any project is actually something way, way bigger?
And that something is value. The 7th edition puts this idea right at the very center of everything. Think about it. A project isn't a success just because it finished on time or didn't go over budget. Nope, it's only a true success if it delivers real, actual value to the people it's for. So to make this whole focus on value actually happen, the new guide basically throws out the old super rigid rulebook. It's way less about following a specific recipe and a lot more about adopting a whole new philosophy. The best way to think about it is like this. The old way was a rigid roadmap. It told you exactly which turns to take, step by step. But the new way, it's a compass. It doesn't give you the exact path, but it gives you principles, so you always know which way is north. It lets you make smart decisions no matter what the terrain looks like. It's a huge shift from being told what to do to understanding how to think.
So what's inside this compass? What's actually guiding us? Well, at its core are these 12 project management principles. These are like the fundamental beliefs that should guide how everybody on a project acts. Now, we're not going to go through all 12 right now, but let's just pull out 3 to give you a feel for it. First, focus on value. That's the big one we've been talking about. Then, demonstrate leadership behaviors, which is so important because it says leadership isn't just for the manager, it's for everyone. And of course, embrace adaptability and resiliency because, let's be real, things are always going to change.
Okay, so if these principles are the philosophy, the how to think part, then where does the rubber meet the road? Where do you actually do the work? That's where these 8 project performance domains come in. Think of these as the big critical areas of action where the project work actually gets done. This is the what we do part.
And you can see right here how it all fits together. The 12 principles are the guiding philosophy up top, and they influence every single action you take down below in those 8 performance domains. They're totally connected. And these domains cover all the big stuff you'd expect, Things like the team, the actual delivery of the work, and how you navigate uncertainty. They're the real-world zones where it all happens.
All right, let's make this less abstract. We're going to zoom in on the delivery domain and see how a principle, like making sure you build quality into your work, really plays out. Because delivering value isn't just about getting something done, it's about delivering something that's actually good.
Okay, now this chart. This is one of the most powerful visuals in all of project management. It's called the cost of change curve. And what it shows is just mind-blowing. See, fixing a mistake way back in the requirements phase, super cheap. But finding that exact same mistake after the product is already out in the wild, the cost just explodes. We're talking more than 100 times more expensive.
So what this chart is screaming at us is that building quality in from the very start isn't just some nice idea. It's an economic necessity. It is always, always cheaper and better to prevent a problem than it is to fix one down the line.
So, how do we actually apply these principles and domains to our own unique projects? I mean, every project's different, right? Well, the key is a concept called tailoring. It's the simple but profound idea that you have to deliberately adapt your approach to fit the specific project you're working on.
And this is a massive mental shift. Tailoring is the exact opposite of that old one-size-fits-all model. So instead of a rigid plan that fights against any change, you have a flexible mindset that actually enables change and adapts as you go.
So when you put this all together, what's it mean for you? It means the job of a project professional is changing. It's less about being a task manager who just checks off boxes and way more about being an adaptable, value-focused leader who guides a team to an amazing outcome.
Look, if you only remember one thing from our time today, let it be this. This is the new North Star for project management. Success isn't just about being on time and on budget anymore. The real question is, did you create value?
So here it is, your new project mindset, boiled down to 3 things. 1.
Focus on outcomes, the real-world results, not just the stuff you produce. 2, let those 12 principles be your compass for every decision you make. And 3, tailor your approach. Don't try to cram a unique project into a generic box.
And so, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. On your very next project, what is one thing you can do to shift your focus away from just getting tasks done and toward creating, measuring, and delivering real, tangible value?